want to put my work on hold and until I finished traveling the world.
That sounds like a better plan to me. Okay, so some students wait until after college to travel, but here the article says others take a gap year after graduating from high school. Now we use the noun gap, spelled G-A-P in that sentence, gap. Here, gap is referring to a period of time where nothing happens between two other periods of time when something is happening. For example, the first period of time is studying at school. Then there's a gap where nothing major happens. Then the third period of time is getting a job. A gap is like an empty space between two things. For example, we could say, at the job interview, Dana had to explain the gap in time between her last two jobs.
Gap 它指的是空间或者时间上面的间断、间隔或间隙。有的时候你去搭捷运，你会听到广播跟你说 "Mind the platform gap"， 它就是要你小心月台到这个捷运中间的那个空隙，不要跌进去了。那我们课文上面看到 gap year 是所谓的空档年，在空档年 gap year 里头呢，你可以不读书不工作，专门空下来探索你未来的人生。
So some students wait until after college to travel. Some travel between high school and college for a year, which is called a gap year. Now let's learn more about this boat. The article says, Norway's A+ World Academy offers students the best of both worlds. Now let's talk briefly about the phrase, the best of both worlds. We use this phrase to say that someone has the advantages of two different situations. So you can travel the world and go to school at the same time. You don't have to wait to travel or put off your studies for a year.
The best of both worlds 也就是两全其美。挪威的这个 A+ 世界学院提供学生两全其美的办法。You can travel the world and go to school at the same time. 学生可以环游世界，又可以同时读书。Then students don't need to take a gap year anymore.
Okay, well, let's find out how students get the best of both worlds. The article says it allows students to take classes on board the Sorlandet, a historic Norwegian tall ship, as it sails around the globe. Okay, let's talk about this phrase, on board. We use on board when we're saying that people are on a boat, ship, or airplane. For example, once all the luggage is on board, the plane doors will close for takeoff.
文章中啊 on board 指的是在船上，那例句中呢 on board 指的是在飞机上。这间学院呢能让学生在船上 take classes 上课，同时的 boat sails around the globe 这艘船会航行世界。We can also say the boat sails around the world. The globe means the world 也就是全世界。
That's right. So we learned that the students are on board a historic Norwegian ship. The word historic is an adjective spelled H-I-S-T-O-R-I-C, historic. Something that's historic is a very important part of history, which often means it's something old. Okay, so for example, we could say the government protects these historic buildings. Many of them are museums now.
Historic 这个形容词呢，代表的是历史上著名的，或是呢有历史意义的。那有的时候我们看到另外一个形容词，它就在 historic 的字尾加上 al 变成 historical。这个字的意思呢是与历史相关的。So there are a lot of historical documents in the library. 这个图书馆里面呢有很多与历史相关的文件，不过不管是 historic 或是 historical 都离不开 history 历史这个字。I'm not good at history, so I don't really know which buildings are historic, and I don't like to read historical stories.
That's okay.
我的历史不好，所以呢不知道到底哪些建筑物具历史意义，也不喜欢读与历史相关的故事。
Okay, now before we continue, I want to explain what a tall ship is. Tall ship tall ships aren't used very often anymore. It's an old kind of ship that has very tall masts and large square sails. These ships were often used in the past to sail around the world before we built large ships out of steel.
Tall ship 指的是高桅帆船，在过去欧洲大航海时期扮演了很重要的角色哦。这种船呢靠风力发电。The power of this kind of ship comes from wind, right?
That's right.
所以呢，帆特别大，桅杆特别的高。
Okay, well, especially that sounds really cool, going to this school on a boat, especially because the article also says, on the ship, each day is a new adventure. Now, let's find out what kind of adventure the students might have. Here, the article says, one day, the ship might stop in Amsterdam so students can see classic art at the city's Van Gogh Museum.
Wow. 文章当中呢，我们看到 might 这个情态助动词，解释为可能，用来表示推测。那同学们就想说，不是有一个字叫做 may M-A-Y 吗？不是也是可能的意思吗？没有错，但是呢，肯定的程度不同。用 may 的时候呢，你是比较肯定的；用 might 的时候呢，是比较不肯定的。另外呢 ，might 同时也是 may 的过去式，也就是说呢，当你要用到可能这个助动词的时候，如果时态为过去，你就只有一个选择，叫做 might。不过呢，如果你现在用的时态是现在简单式，你就可能要考虑可能性的高低。可能性高，你用 may；可能性低，你用 might。从这里开始呢，文章中会接续出现不同的助动词，要特别注意哦。
Okay, so we'll learn about another type of modal verb that we can use in the next sentence too.
Yeah.
So let's check out the adjective classic for now. Classic is spelled C-L-A-S-S-I-C, classic. And we usually use this word in front of a noun to show that this kind of thing is admired by many people and has been popular for a long time. For example, classic cars are old cars that people used to drive a long time ago. Here's another example. In this English class, we'll be studying classic American literature.
Wow, classic 是经典的，形容呢人们是很喜欢，这个东西也受欢迎很久。我们例句讲到 classic American literature 就是经典的美国文学，或者是文章中看到的 classic art 经典的艺术。那另外有一个字呢，要跟同学们补充一下，叫做 classical， 它是古典的哦。所谓的 classical music 古典音乐，代表的是在大概1750到1830年间欧洲创作的音乐，例如莫扎特、贝多芬所创作的音乐。
Okay, so Amsterdam is definitely not the only adventure.
Right.
Here the article says, a few weeks later, students could travel to the Amazon to explore a rainforest. So maybe in the time between Amsterdam and the Amazon, they're learning about the Amazon on the boat.
Yes, learning about the rainforest. 我们在这个句子里头呢，看到它是以现在简单式写成的。可是为什么看到 could 这个过去式的助动词呢？原因是我们刚才说过的，因为可能性比较低，较不肯定。学生真的能到the Amazon 亚马逊吗？不是很确定哦。
Okay, well, we also saw that the students can explore a rainforest. Let's learn a bit about the verb explore first.
Explore 是一个动词，代表是探索、探险。字尾加上 r 就变成 explorer 探险家。Erin, which part of the world do you want to explore?
Well, all of it, really.
All of it, yeah.
I feel like I haven't explored any of Africa yet, so I feel like that's a good place for me to explore next.
I want to explore South America because I haven't been there.
I haven't been there either. I also want to explore South America.
And I want to explore especially in Peru.
Ooh, very nice. Okay. If they're going to explore a rainforest, though, does that mean they're going to explore a forest full of rain?
Yes, forest 是森林，前面加了一个字叫做 rain， 合起来 rainforest 就是雨林的意思啦。We can see rainforests in the Amazon.We
can actually see rainforests in Asia as well. There are rainforests in Indonesia.
印尼因为它是在热带的地区 it's in tropical area, right?
Yep, that's right. Okay, well, the article tells us even more about the school. Here it says, studying on the Sorlandet is more than just an exciting journey, though. Now, the word journey is a noun. It's spelled Journey, journey, and it means a long trip or when you travel from one place to another and there is a long way to travel in between them. For example, I can't wait to ask Evan about his journey across Africa. You can tell I'm jealous.
Journey 就是长途的旅行、旅途。When you know your family or friends are going to travel for a long time, you can say, have a safe and wonderful journey to them. 你可以跟他们说啊，祝你呢有个安全美好的旅程。
Okay, well, let's find out what else there is besides the journey. The article says many teachers feel that meeting people and experiencing different cultures improves students' communication skills and their understanding of the world. That's quite a long sentence. So let's break this down. By meeting people and experiencing their cultures, students will improve. Improve is a verb. It's spelled I-M-P-R-O-V-E, improve. And when you improve, you get better in some way. Or you can improve something else, which means you make something else get better. For example, Leslie is trying to improve her English, so she is meeting with an English tutor twice a week.
Improve 就是改善、增进、使进步的意思。I really want to improve my history. What do you suggest me to do?
You could listen to some radio shows about history.
可以听这个广播。That's a good idea.
Okay, here the teachers think these experiences will help students improve their understanding of the world and their communication skills. Let's learn more about communication skills.
Communication 这个字呢是名词沟通，那 communication skills 就是所谓的沟通技巧。Good communication skills are actually very important, especially at work.
That's right.
Do you have good communication skills?
Sometimes. I like to think so.
Me too.
Okay, now how do students get to go on the boat? Let's find out more now. The article tells us each year the Sorlandet accepts 60 students from around the world. Okay, we're talking about the verb accept. It's spelled A-C-C-E-P-T, accept, and it means to allow someone to join an organization, school, or other kind of club or program. For example, once you have been accepted into the course, the teacher will tell you what books you need to buy.
Accept 就是动词接受啦。如果你今天跟一个人道歉，然后你想问他说你接不接受我的道歉呢 ？Will you accept my apology?
Of course.
你就可以问这个句子。
Okay, here's what you should do if you want to be one of those 60 people. The article says, if you're interested in getting an education on the high seas, you can apply to join the program online. Now that's a cool sounding phrase, the high seas.
The high seas are seas that are not controlled by any countries. 我们说公海，公共的海域。
Okay, so if you think this sounds like a cool idea, search for Sorlandet online and apply today. That's all the time we've got to talk about it though, so we're now going to go to our For You chat.